It has come to our attention that a serious and disturbing case involving Ben Azoulay became public after his appearance on our podcast. The case, dating back to 2008, involves allegations of sexual assault against a minor. We were completely unaware of this information prior to recording with him. Let us be clear, the Wise Nuts podcast does not condone, excuse, or tolerate any form of sexual assault, violence, or predatory behavior, past or present. We expect honesty and transparency from every guest who comes on our platform, especially from someone who chose to speak publicly about manhood, marriage, and personal values, all while withholding such a critical part of his history. We call on Ben Azoulay to publicly address this matter, take accountability, and provide an explanation. Our platform is built on truth, integrity, and respect for our audience, and we remain committed to being transparent in situations like this.
Look, I understand that you don't like it when I speak about Islam.
I'll tell you personally right now, I don't give a who you are. No, I think
Then
you
you're
just
wrong.
have a bad view about Muslims.
No,
Someone needs to
no,
enlighten you,
God
that's all.
forbid, because I have a lot of Muslim friends.
You said about Prophet Muhammad that, the foundation of Islam.
The foundation, because of
It's
the
not true,
things
but
that
the foundation-
happen.
Come on, this is getting
How?
stupid, bro. Where's this going with? What are you talking about?
No, but
Prophet
you
Muhammad,
asked
let
me.
me tell you. Here, I'm a Muslim.
Very
They
quickly.
put him there. They told him,
I'm
go over
explaining
there.
to you that
1 second, guys. 1
innocent
second.
people killed thousands of Jews.
Why
He
didn't
killed
he-
one family and married the wife in the same day.
And don't tell me right now you're a perfect Jew.
Gentlemen, I want to thank you both for taking time out of your Monday to be with us. We got two influencers here sitting down with us. We have Ben Azoulay and Ali Soba. So both of you guys have been making a lot of noise in social media recently. And for a very, very long time, a lot of people have said it would be interesting to have both these guys in the room at the same time to talk about current events, to talk about being an influencer, to talk about everything. And the Wise Nuts actually made this happen. So from Detroit and LA, now you guys are sitting down with us. Very quickly, first thing we want to cover is the story of how you guys basically potentially knew each other or connected with each other online. So with Ben, how did you hear about Ali?
Funny story. I had one of my coaches, my MMA coach. He messages me and said, there's a guy who's talking shit about you. I said, okay, many people talk shit about me. It's normal. He said, no, but this guy's special. He also has a beard. I said, okay, he's got a beard. Special guy. Who is this guy? Is he known? Is he somebody or just another guy? He says, no, this guy is known. He's an influencer. And, you guys are kind of like in the same era. Would be a good thing if we get you guys to fight. I told him, okay. If he talked shit about me, I have to answer. No problem. Message him. Tell him we could fight. Later on, it didn't end up. I don't know what they talked, didn't talk. He sends me the video, and I said, this guy's not talking shit about me. What are you talking about? He said, no. He said that when you walk into a room, you don't give a fuck who the king is. You walk around like you are the king. You're either the king or you don't give a fuck who the king is.
100%.
He's speaking directly to you. He took it personal. I told him, listen, this is a very famous quote. But okay. If anything else comes up, no problem. Then I start getting people sending me his videos and saying, you need to fight this guy. You need to fight this guy. Everybody wants to see everybody fight. People are more connected to drama, 9 times more connected to drama than to positivity.
I agree.
So it's really funny that you guys have surprised me here with the gentleman who came from, where'd you come from?
Detroit.
Detroit. all the way from Detroit to come out here. You guys gave me a good surprise. I already know this is gonna be good. He stung me in the beginning. Good sting. Don't worry. I'm gonna sting you back. I hope you don't get heartbroken.
Hell no. No.
Man to man,
Man,
yeah?
man, there is no heartbroken.
As long as you
man
can
to
take stings back because you started, we're gonna continue.
I didn't start nothing. What you talking about? I started.
I walk into the room. Mr. Ali.
You're the one that's talking. You walk into a room and you have a video that's viral. You intimidate guys. And there's no intimidation. When I walk in a room, I make people love me and respect me.
When I put out that video, it was from a podcast that I did about a year and a half ago. And in the whole podcast, they're talking about me being somebody that's very scary. So I explained to them when I was younger, I used to walk into a room and everybody would fear me. There's a reason for that. Not because I'm somebody that everybody should fear, but I was like a menace to society. I went through hardships as a young boy, and throughout my life, I personally felt like everybody was against me. So when I walked into a room, I stared everybody in the eyes. If they kept their eyes on me, we would fight. If they are serious men, it could turn into something completely different. If they put their eyes down, I continue to go have my lunch.
But why does it have to be like that? Or is that what your choice was at
back
that time?
then,
Do you
yeah.
still believe this way?
No. I walk into a room today, except making sure that I'm not being attacked, I only walk in with love. It's so completely different today. It's social media, and in social media, obviously, when we say something, we also want people to understand that I am a dangerous individual because you get so much hate on social media. So I hoped that it would just turn them down from talking shit. It brought more shit. Positivity is very rare in today's world, and you already know that. There's a lot of conflict with everything that's going on. Everybody's at war. And the reason is people are at war with themselves. They cannot get along with themselves. So to get along with more people, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to get another person to deal with another person and get along. That's why most people are fake. Because if they really told you what it is that they feel about you, you're most likely not going to be their friend.
Yeah.
The ones that look perfect on the outside are completely destroyed on the inside.
Yeah.
The ones that have imperfections on the outside are the most perfect individuals on the inside.
I agree.
That's 1,000,000%. And I've tested that theory 1,000,000 times. And you can see it in the US. In the US, you feel it. But it takes a real man to understand that.
Not only in the U.S., it's broader. Men, these days are taking roles of ladies, feminism, and women are taking roles of male traits, because men have become very weak. That's why I came in here, to bring up men, and to bring back alphaness to men. It's sad and it's disappointing. But when you're really a true man and a gentleman and feared in respect, feared with love, that's, I feel, as a real man, and we lack it not only in America, we lack it all over the world now. It's branching off all over,
Especially in the West.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the West, you're going to get that kind of a man.
I believe it started in the West. That's why it's especially in the West, because that's the root of
course.
When you
It's the
dominate
root
a
of
man,
all evil.
when you break the man, now you can do whatever you want in this world with it. Yeah, it's because the bigger powers up there want us broken, And if the man is broken, we can control him. He won't climb to the top.
Of course.
And they want him to be weak. It's okay to cry as a man. It's okay to, wash dishes and, act like a woman. It's okay. That's breaking a man down,
In my
for
house,
other
I say
attention.
there's two roles. Which role you want to play? You want to pay the bills? You want to protect?
Or you want to wash
Not with
dishes.
me. But if that's what you want, then obviously it's not the place. Because we both know you couldn't do it. And the problem is that here in the United States and in the West, they told a woman she could become independent, but independent means one. It doesn't mean two, it means one. It's independent. And an independent woman works so she doesn't need a man.
Yeah, she's
And a
dependent on
man
herself.
works so he could give to the woman.
Of course.
You will never see a woman seeing a man working at McDonald's, even if he's handsome, even if he's buff, even if he has a big one. No problem.
Gentlemen, sorry to interrupt.
Uh-huh.
As we're talking about masculine roles, feminine roles, I want to bring up the topic of demasculinization and the feminist movement. I want to get both of your inputs as to what's happening to the male figure and what's happening to the female figure, the roles that are taking place right now, and how in Western society, women are taking more dominant roles and men are becoming a lot more softer. Let's start with Ali. What are your thoughts on what's happening to society and how men are becoming more demasculinized?
It's disappointing. That's one of the reasons that I came into the social media platform, is to bring up back men. The West making men, as a weaker man, demasculizing them and making a woman more masculine. This is really what's destroying society. How's a man gonna be a provider if he's here doing woman traits, and how's a woman gonna be feminine if she's here doing men traits? And someone needs to speak up and reopen this and remotivate the men and remotivate the woman, because a lot of women that are taking this role are really not happy. Are really, really not happy. I get a lot of DMs from a lot of ladies. Most of my, I got a lot of followers from ladies, and few DMs come in, and I show your video to my man, where are you? Where are you from? I never, these men don't even exist anymore. A lot of just that message right there is thousands of DMs I get from ladies saying, where is this man? I never see this man anymore, which,
Let me ask you, Ali. You're in a relationship now?
I'm in a few relationships,
relationships.
still filtering out to become into a.
They're all going to see
solid-
this podcast.
What is it?
They're all going to see this podcast.
Of course.
How many are there?
There's a few,
Few?
I'm filtering it down. Yeah.
Okay.
I just recently got divorced, so I believe a lot that, success still starts within. I believe that a relationship is the biggest role in success. So you should have a partner, you should be married.
Are you divorced one time? Or?
No, I'm just divorced. Yeah.
Divorce.
Yeah, I'm divorced. I don't want to get too much in depth, but I'm divorced.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why do you feel that you guys had to separate?
I don't think that's irrelevant. But what,
The reason I'm asking that is
yeah,
because women have changed, right? Living in the West, you live in the US. I live in the US. I brought my wife from Israel. A woman in the West, I wouldn't have married her. Now, they say that when you bring them here, something might change within time.
yeah, 100%.
And I'm asking because I want to know, did she become more westernized that you just felt like you?
No, my situation is more of, jealousy, too much jealousy, insecurity from her end.
From her end?
Yeah, too insecure.
She wants to know where you're at, what you're doing. all the
She
time.
wants,
She doesn't let you.
She knows I'm gonna launch this social media platform, and she told me it's either me
Or social media.
or social media. And when you give a woman that kind of access after that, it's just falls apart, And and that's here I am.
And the reason
as a
I'm asking
social
you
media.
because people at home will want to know because the divorce rates are huge.
Yeah, and it's continuing growing.
And today-
it's continuing growing.
82% of women in marriage initiate the divorce. They file for divorce. 18% is from men.
Yeah,
Men stick around.
men when you ever heard of, when they keep focusing on a woman when they break up, but the man hurts more than the woman when he breaks a relationship, when he breaks out of a love, because men are not made to leave. They really want to commit. And because ladies are filled with a lot of emotions, and then, the social media that's going on and the freedom that's allowing them to have, the independence, especially in the West, So
Actually,
I don't disagree with certain divorces. It's welcomed in our religion, but it's the last resort. And for my scenario, it was because of the emotions that she couldn't control. But
I have a great way of explaining it.
yeah,
Why men hurt way more than a woman.
let me see your point.
And I'm sure you're going to feel it the way I do. Because I was in some relationships, and when we separated, I 100% hurt more than she did.
Yeah, you were in a serious relationship in the past, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
A long time.
Yeah.
I have a child.
So you can relate to my divorce too. So any separation, whether it's a separation through a divorce or a separation through a separation, just
And I'll tell you why. Because when a woman is dating a man, she's looking at him to protect her, to look after her, to pay for her, to be there for her like a father. She looks at him like a father figure. When a man is with a woman, because he protects her, because he provides for her, because he constantly has to tell her, you can't go over there, you can't do this, just to protect her.
Yeah,
you can't walk in the
can't
street
dress
at
this
12
way.
o'clock at night.
You can't
Don't
dress
dress like that because men are like this and they're looking at you like you're some bait.
Yeah, watch your voice, watch your tone.
He looks at her like his daughter.
Yeah.
And in our nature, you are meant to lose a parent, but you're not meant to lose a
100%,
child.
100%.
And a man loses a child when him and his woman separates. And that is why it is so much harder for the man than it is for the woman.
Yeah.
And people at home, when I said this, looked at me and said, what? Sounds like a pedophile.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like I'm dating a 12-year-old, My wife is 20. My wife is 27. It's not like I'm dating somebody that's underage. But the way you treat her with so much love, with care, with providing for her, opening the door, taking care of her. If somebody's going to walk into the house and attack, I don't send my wife. I go out there.
Yeah, no matter what, right away.
I will
You're
die,
ready to
no problem.
You're ready to die. And from the first moment that a woman's in my life, I'm ready to die for it. They don't understand that. A lot of them don't understand this.
And today, I remember being a younger man where people felt like they were able to tell my woman how I am. Oh, he's controlling. Oh, this guy will suppress you.
Yeah.
This guy is a narcissist.
Yeah.
He's Machiavellian. Huh?
Manipulative, all this, yeah.
All of these things. Today, my wife sees me almost like I'm God.
Yeah. How long did it take you after your separation from your...
From my ex?
Yeah, from
3.5 years.
So you
I
had
was
to
single.
What'd you do? Didn't you have to rebuild yourself, take a pause, understand what just happened, whether you were at fault, whether that person was at fault?
I had to leave because of the situation, and the situation was she started to get physical with me. Now I can't get physical with a woman.
No.
So you have to leave.
Physical, obviously, probably with the tongue, right?
Yeah, but you can't even get physical, right?
Yeah.
You can't even say something the wrong way because
No, her physicalness was what? With the
no,
tongue?
No.
Wasn't it
with
with
hands?
the hand?
No, with hands. And I'm very open about it because I want people to know at home.
Yeah, that there's men that get abused.
Men like me
can be abused.
Yeah. And then she would say, "You could take it, or what are you going to cry like a bitch?" I said, "No, I don't want to cry, but you want me to accidentally move my hand. If I touched you, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Right? Step away from me. We can't stay together."
Did you have a child by her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they use that against you. And many men are broken because of this, because of the scenario of I have a child by this woman. You don't want your child to grow up with us men, especially an alpha male, especially a man that understands other men, understands how men think. You don't want that son because majority of the jails, what are they filled with? Where do they come from?
98%
of what? Yeah.
Of men in jail are in jail because of a woman.
Oh, not only just from
and
they come from broken homes.
From a single mother.
Yeah, broken homes. broken homes. So
it is
and they use
literally
it against us. You know, a lot of men are suffering by this. So you know, it's nice that we can top into this, and they use that weakness because men have a weakness for that. They don't want to raise their child without them. They don't want to raise their child knowing that their mother is with another man, because that plays a big role on the man and the woman, the daughter and the son.
Let me pivot something for you right now. It's been almost 4 years I have not seen my son. The courts of Ohio took jurisdiction over my son.
Yeah.
Today I received a letter that her new husband has adopted my son,
Oh my God.
and I will not see him until he's 18.
Oh my God.
On top of that,
Yeah.
I gave him a middle name, which is a Jewish name, Liel, and she allowed him to name my son the middle name, which is his first name. His name is Thomas. He named my son Donovan, which is the name we gave him. He took out Liel, named him Thomas,
They can do that without your consent?
without my consent, and the last name straight. They were just going to change the Azulai. He put his name as my son's middle
Why
name.
didn't you step in? You could have.
I spent $350,000, 4 years in the courts.
Yeah.
I got screwed and fucked from every direction.
Yeah, it's sad that the way how in America they side for the woman and they just really want to wipe us.
They only see the woman.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is why I say, if the devil can't get to you, he'll send you a woman. You have to really be careful who the woman is.
On top of that, you know, I agree with you that, and I would like to add to that, you know, love is not enough for a relationship. You know, you need a religion to help you keep
%.
the devil
$1,000,000%.
away. Love will last for a certain amount of time. A lot of people get into relationship about physical attraction, how she treats them, this and that, or vice versa. But they forget that there's a religion. We all get married and we're all supposed to be together because God says we're supposed to be together. And slowly, because there's no religion, the devil makes his way. But the two strong things that hold a relationship together is love and love for God. You know, so a lot of people are not looking at that a lot and get into these relationships. They don't look at the lady, where she, or what are her beliefs, or looking at the man. You know, what is it? Does he fear God? Does he believe in a God? You know, this is very, very important, and this is the root of all divorces or all separation, even if it's not marriage. Is the devil gets in because they lack a religion.
Today's show is sponsored by the law offices of Armand Gregorian. If you're injured in a car accident and need proper guidance and representation, reach out to the law offices of Armand Gregorian, 1-818-404-0333. Are insurance companies giving you the runaround? Don't settle for less. Public Assist fights for you, not the insurance companies. To get the maximum payout on your claim, whether it's for fire, water, or property damage, call Public Assist today.
It is because of the fact that Christianity, unfortunately, it's a dying religion. And why it's a dying religion? Because people are born into Christianity, but they don't practice Christianity. And because
Or they're lost in
Islam,
it because of how many different sectors there's in it and how many people are describing Christianity as.
of course, but they're pulling them out of Christianity. And what happened is that the women are no longer women of God. And the system is all for the woman. So it becomes so difficult to be in a relationship with a Christian woman who wants to be independent, who wants to sleep around with men whenever she feels like it, who wants to go out and party with her girls even when she's married,
Yeah.
who does not want to take care of one child, let alone wouldn't even have 2 kids because it's too much headache, and leaves the child with a Hispanic woman, Maribel, who then the kid calls Maribel mom, and the mom calls by the name Jessica. And these are the problems that we are facing today. And it's a big problem.
Yeah.
Because now the women of the US are starting to realize they are losing the men. They're either losing the men to Islam, or if you heard about those men that are called the passport boys, they are going overseas. For example, like my father. When my mom, when they separated, my father started dating women here. realized that the women here are shit, flew to Thailand, met a young girl in her early 20s, looks at him like he's the king of all kings. He's 65, treats him like no woman treats even me and you, because no matter what, even Muslim women don't treat their men like the Thai women. You come back home, she washes his feet, she takes care of him, she bathes him, she shaves his back. Like it's unbelievable, as long as he's taking care of her. And she doesn't move left or right. So a lot of these men are going out to get Latina women that show love, Asian women. Some go to get Eastern European, and some here are becoming Muslim so they can get a Muslim woman, because they know if the woman is Muslim, she cannot go with a Christian. So they convert into Islam, which is a huge issue.
Now, Ben, you mentioned how you think
One second. Well, why is it an issue of them moving into Islam?
Because if you are born into a religion, you should stick to your religion. I believe that God put everybody here for a reason. And to be honest with you, I mean, God, if he created the first book, which is the Old Testament, I don't think he needed to rewrite it. Islam, Christianity. But if there is already somebody rewrote the books, and you have other religions, that is fine. But stick to your religion, because now these women in the West that are Christian are having a hard time finding a Christian man. So it becomes an issue.
So you're saying the Christian men are not really Christian men, or they're
Correct.
lost in Christianity, so they look for
The women are lost. That's why the men became lost. The women are lost completely in Christianity. They don't believe what they don't see. A lot of them became even atheists. But in Islam, you could find the one, you could actually marry multiple women.
as a man.
Right? As a man, yeah. No, not a woman. A woman cannot marry multiple women. But you can marry multiple women as a man.
Okay.
As long as you're treating them all the same, right? It has to be equal. Like if you buy this one a Mercedes, you need to give them also a Mercedes, correct?
Yeah, but I disagree with the Christianity into Islam to a certain degree that it's how the Christianity and Islam and Judaism is being portrayed on people. That's why they're being lost, coming from broken homes. They're trying to understand, usually a mom and a dad raised in a proper home, marriage the right way, men holding his roles as a provider, being outside of the house, making sure everything is good, where the mom just nurtures this kid, not only from emotions to religion. And both parties don't understand their religion the right way, because a lot of kids, this second generation, third generation, are growing up without fathers in the mix, and mothers not in the mix, because they're so busy. Even if they're with their mom, the moms are busy being independent, providing, working, and these kids are growing up not even understanding. There's problems also in Islam, and there's problems in Judaism as well. So I just believe that, that a lot of this brokenness is happening because it all starts at home. It starts because there's no relationship the right way, And
you think if a man right now is Christian and he's going into Islam, just because he wants a better woman, he truly is Muslim? You know what I mean?
I don't think many men are just going into Islam just because of a better woman, because there's still good Christian people.
Very hard to find them now, as the women.
Because
they have sex at the age of 13.
They're not practicing their religion the right way.
Correct.
They're lost.
They're sleeping around the age of 13 because they're being raised by the system. They're being raised by school.
Exactly.
After school, it's like an after-school program. After that, come back home, watch TV. Mom comes back at 6 p.m., 7 p.m.
We're having issues in Islam, same thing. There's divorces, Lebanon, and I'm sure in Israel, same thing. There's divorces. It's happening everywhere. It's just
something that people don't understand. Israel and America is the same country.
No, I understand it.
People don't understand that.
Yeah.
People go, hey, why are we helping Israel so much? Well, Israel is doing all the dirty work for the U.S. Whatever the U.S. says, Israel does. Not to forget to mention that half of the military supply that we have here in the U.S. was all invented by Jews. So we invent all of these things and we just hand it over. We just gave us here the Iron Dome, for example. So nobody could come and attack.
So
like inventions that are beyond people's understanding. But we do all the problems that are needed to be taken care of in the Middle East that is taken care of by us.
well, you also agree, before we move on to another topic, that, you know, a broken home is what breaks everything, breaks a religion,
course.
breaks morals, breaks
course.
values.
Of
That's
course.
the main thing. And this is what's happening in society. And this is what the West is pushing and pulling through independence, through social media, through movies, through actors, through Hollywood.
Do you believe in God?
150%. I wouldn't be a Muslim if I don't believe in God.
Do you believe your mom is your mom?
Which mean, of course, I believe my mom is my mom.
Or you know your mom is your mom?
What is it?
Or you know your mom is your mom?
No, I believe my mom is my mom.
No, you know.
Yeah.
You know. So if you are a true believer, believe is a word of doubt. And people don't know when they're using it in the US. You know God exists. Because I could see through your eyes that you've been through some shit. Yes? I'm not mistaken.
Of course, we all.
And if
we
not
all
God,
go
you
through
wouldn't be
struggles.
sitting here.
What is it?
If not for God, you wouldn't be sitting here, right?
150%. It all comes from God, the power of God,
I'm
and how you
same
connect with it, and how you believe in it. Yes, yes, you're right with this. Yes,
So we know God exists.
yes,
And I preach it every single day on everything that I show. And it doesn't matter what religion you're from. You need to truly be connected to God. And God is like Wi-Fi. You could connect to him anywhere.
Anywhere.
You don't have to see him. You could pray from anywhere.
And it's disappointing that people don't know that that's all it is that's causing the biggest problems. That's all it is. And they make it feel that's no way this is all it is. Really, I just got to believe in God and pray and do right.
Yes.
It'll solve most of my problems. And
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
It's that easy, but they make it seem to you it's that hard. That's not this. There's more to it. There's the grass is greener somewhere else. And yeah.
People are very stupid today.
Yeah.
Very, very stupid. They don't believe that God exists. They don't know where they came from. They don't know where they're going.
How did they
They're
become
completely
stupid? Being raised
lost.
without proper parents in the house, without a proper relationship in the house.
Were you born a Muslim?
I was born a Muslim, yes. Yes.
How do you feel about the religion?
My religion?
Yeah.
I respect it. I love it. And the reason why is also I'm not obnoxious. I love Christianity. I love obviously the people that practice Christianity the right way, because I read into the books to a certain degree, that enough for me to understand, for me to stay as a Muslim. I also understand Judaism. And I said, you know what? You know, when you grow up, because at the end of the day, you know, God is not going to put you in heaven because your mom said go to heaven, or your dad or your son. At the end of the day, God is going to tell you. Or if, I was a Jew or a Muslim or a Christian, this is what they told me what to do. Hey, listen, because in Judaism, there's rebels, there's people that also want a man that wants to pull you in their direction and use religion to manipulate you to do whatever, to get whatever they want. In Christianity as well, and in Muslims, there's a lot of sheikhs, same thing.
Let me ask you, there's an issue, obviously, that you know with Islam, that I wonder if you, since you do care for everybody, right? And I also care for everybody. I care for Muslims, I care for Jews, I care for Christians, Catholics, everybody. My question is, if every terrorist attack was done by a Muslim, how do you see those Muslims, and how do we stop that so Muslims don't have, that view where, hey, when you look at a Muslim, you're like, okay, I need to think about it. Is he going to hurt me or is he not going to hurt me?
Well, how do you describe the terrorist? What do you mean terrorist? There's
Let's not talk about war. In a second, we could talk about war. But my question is, if you have right now 72
every Muslim, right?
72, you have 72 Christians who their heads were chopped off in the Middle East, because they are Christians. Chopping off somebody's head, claiming you're a Muslim. In Islam, are you supposed to do that to somebody who is not Christian or not Muslim? If he's Christian, if he's Jewish, or you're not?
No, you're not. You're not. Just
so
like
what would we call these people?
Also in Christianity, those are extremists. Those are not really Muslims. Those are non-believers, or disguised as Muslims to do whatever they need to do.
Because when I go to Dubai, I feel great. I feel amazing.
Of course.
At the end of the day, Jews and Arabs are cousins.
Any Muslim country, you're going to feel great. Why just Dubai?
There's Muslim countries that personally as a Jew, I cannot go to. I cannot go to Syria. I cannot go to Iran. There's no Jews over there.
The same thing. The same thing that for me, I cannot go to Israel if I go.
No. What do you mean that? We have
You're not
mosques in
understanding.
Israel.
I'm allowed to go there as an
Yeah.
American citizen.
No. As a Muslim,
As an American citizen, as a Muslim,
but we have
Israel
mosques.
accepts that. But I'm saying if you go back to go to another Muslim country, certain Muslim countries don't allow
but-
you, and
but
because you
there
went
is-
to Israel,
but
that's
there is-
wrong.
but there
that's
is-
wrong. What I'm trying to tell you.
But there is mosques in Israel.
Yeah.
There is Muslims that live in Israel. Nobody ever goes to kill the Muslims in Israel. Ever. There is not one incident of somebody killing a man because he is Muslim. But there's so many incidents.
You're telling me there's no
Obviously,
Israel's in there's no Israeli people in Dubai or visit
only
Dubai?
in Dubai. No, they actually live in Dubai now,
Yeah.
but only in Dubai.
Yeah.
Only in the UAE.
An Israeli can go to Lebanon?
No.
Why he can't go to Lebanon?
Because if you go to Lebanon and you get caught by Muslims, you will die. Matter of fact, today they wouldn't even let you
No,
in.
that's not true. And if I go to Israel to a certain place too, there are people that look at Islam in a bad way too. I will die too.
No.
If you go in a certain place in America too, that's
I'm
held
just-
with certain people,
I'm just saying that in Israel, we all live in peace and there is no issues because of religion. But there is a lot of terrorist attacks. For example, 2 days ago, a woman was driving with her husband. He was driving. She was in the passenger seat. She was going to deliver. Her water broke. And 2 Muslims that are terrorists came and shot the car.
they're not Muslim Dubais. They're not, one second, they're not Muslim Dubais. They're not Muslim Saudis. They're not Muslim Lebanon. They're Muslims claiming from
In Lebanon,
Palestine.
we cannot go in.
Huh?
In Lebanon, we cannot go in. We cannot. I'm not allowed to go into Lebanon, even though I have an American passport, because it
Because
says
they fear for your life.
it says that I'm
Because if you
Jewish.
go in a certain area, you might be killed because of your
Yeah,
background.
my wife, for example, she's Israeli. She
Yeah.
doesn't have an American passport. I can't get her into Bali. Bali, Indonesia. They don't let her in. I have an American passport. She doesn't. She cannot go into Bali because it's a Muslim country. Although when you go to Bali itself, which is an island off of the coast of Indonesia, they are Balinesian and they are Hindu. And they don't have a problem with Israelis coming over there. But
You're talking about now in certain areas of Israel and certain areas of Palestine. That's in depth, but we can go back to history of Islam,
yeah,
where Israelis lived under the peace of Islam perfectly, under the rule of Islam peacefully, all the way back to the Ottoman Empire. You know,
but they were killed a lot.
no.
A lot.
They were killed. When? After when? The
Let's go
massacres.
back to Muhammad. Muhammad killed
Prophet
a lot of
Muhammad,
Jews.
Allah alayhi salam, yeah.
You know,
Prophet Muhammad, what?
he killed a lot of Jewish people. So it's an issue because there is hate towards Jews that should not be there.
Do you know why Prophet Muhammad, if he killed any Jews or anybody else, why he killed them? No.
I
You're
know
telling
that
me all Jews.
I know that
You're
if you
telling me
look,
all Jews.
I know that if you look,
are righteous. They don't have issues. They don't cause problems.
we
If I go to Israel and cause a problem, or in a spot with a gun or whatever, they're gonna do something to me.
We accept
Or if I come and
everybody.
try to oppose Israel's government or try to start a little bit of gang or mafia to try to
But
suppress
that's
the
going to
government.
happen everywhere.
Exactly. So that's
Anywhere
what
in
happened.
the world
That's
if you
what
go.
happened when Prophet Muhammad became a prophet. There's people that wanted to topple the religion or destroy the religion and destroy him. So with that being said, he's not going to allow. Now you got to defend yourself, in the name of God. So there was Jewish people that did get killed for
lot.
that sake.
A lot. It was thousands. That we still speak about.
Yeah. Well, at the end
You
of
know
the
what
day,
the good
you
thing
have
about-
you have to understand history and what happened behind it and why.
So let's
just
leave-
like I don't agree with all Muslims for their actions of their doing what they're killing. You got to also understand that you got to be open-minded to understand that there's also Jews. Not all Jews are perfect.
I
know,
think
just like not
I
all-
think the foundation of Islam is coming from a place that is evil, and then on top of that, when you have people like you, I don't think you are considered a good Muslim. I think you are considered a good man.
in whose
Because,
eyes?
because in Islam, no matter what you say, if you take every terrorist attack that there was, it is
Every terrorist attack, where?
a Muslim.
Where? In
all
Israel?
around the world.
In
No,
where?
all
Where?
around the world.
Those are extremes. There's still terrorists in every religion. You know, you're talking.
How would
where's,
you
where's
say-
the school
how would you
bombings?
say-
Where's the school bombings? Where's the other issues that happen? Why are we just looking at Islam? You know, some radical person in Islam that wants to do
Because
disguise
it's not
themselves.
one. You have
You know.
ISIS, for example.
They're
You
not
have
Muslims.
Hamas.
That's not Muslim. That's
So
not
how do
Muslim.
we
That
eliminate-
was created by people to disguise Islam as a bad person.
So how
they
do
don't
we
continue
eliminate them?
continue allowing Islam to continue growing?
Would
Right,
you
and
agree
Prophet-
that they
and
need
Pro-
to be eliminated?
in Islam, the foundation is not killing. What's wrong with you? No, it's not killing. You got
I know in the
history all-
Quran it doesn't say go kill.
Yeah, and
right?
in Prophet
But in
Muhammad,
the
you said
extensions,
earlier that
but in
Prophet
the
Muhammad-
extensions that they came up with,
what extension?
beside the Quran, it says kill these people, kill Jews, kill
Where does
Christians.
it say that? Where?
Why do you think they're doing what they're doing? People
one
like
second.
ISIS, people like Hamas. Why are they killing?
First in the Quran? Let's stay with Islam, because why is so all this 2.03 billion Muslims? You know, the second fastest and growing Muslims. They're all terrorists.
No.
They're all terrorists.
That- no,
and,
but this
and they
is
don't
why
see
I
what's
say-
happening. Why are they still
But
signing
this
on
is-
to Islam? Because they really know the truth. They're
But
not
this
being
is-
disguised by people and other or high-powered people to.
But this is
to
what
make
I mean.
Islam look as a bad person.
This
a
is
bad
this is what
religion.
I mean, because I know a lot of Muslims, friends of mine, that are extremely nice people.
Okay.
And I asked them, how do you feel with people everywhere in the world have killed, have bombed, have chopped off people's heads? How do you feel about those people that claim that they are Muslim? What do you feel about that?
And
I say they're not real
feel?
Muslims.
Okay.
So
And
I feel
so are
I
Israel's
feel-
real Jewish people by what they're doing in Gaza, killing innocent kids too. So we can go back and forth about this. the
Ben,
wrong
you
way.
keep
And
on.
there's-
You mentioned Hamas. Let me
Hamas,
ask you
yeah.
this: Who created Hamas?
It's about to. We're rolling into it.
Hamas obviously says that they are Muslim.
No, but who created Hamas?
Hold
Who
on,
trained
Arnold,
Hamas?
Let me finish my topic.
Sure.
So Israel is also bombing, whether it's bombing in Lebanon, whether it's bombing in Palestine. It's killing innocent people too. They're dying.
agree.
Should we?
agree.
That's worse than butchering someone's head. A little baby that didn't even smell earth yet to smell their mouth.
Do
They
you
don't
mo-
understand. They're dead.
Do you know how many
That's, you know,
hostages?
should
None
we-
of them are
should we-
soldiers.
Should I look at a Jewish person and look at all the Jews in the wrong way?
I have a question. Do you know-
You mentioned
do
about
you know-
friends. I also have a father figure. I swear to you, Ben. I have a father figure who's Jewish. His name is Jeff Fox. You know that? But because I see in Judaism through him, and I see that he loves Islam, and he loves and he respects me as a Muslim, and he respects everybody around him.
That's what I'm telling you.
I
In Israel, we
respect
have mosques.
He doesn't come and what is it?
In Israel, we have
Okay.
mosques.
But yet still,
in Israel, you have
but
Muslims,
still-
and nobody ever
still-
comes to
but-
them
but still
and
you
does
got
anything to them.
people, you still got the Israeli government still killing innocent people. Should
But
we just
again,
say
I'm trying
all
to
Jews are bad?
I'm
No.
time to explain to you. When
So
there
you can't
is
say
war, there is
Islam-
casualties.
No, I'm just going back to Islam. You cannot say Islam is based on that and it killed a lot of Jews. Prophet Muhammad did not kill what's Israel right now with all the bombs that's happening in Gaza, the amount of Muslims that's dying right now.
How do you feel about October 7th?
October 7th and every bombing.
The majority of the
disagree
people are
about
innocent
anybody that's
people
dying,
that were
Ben.
taken out of their beds, out of their homes. You know, kids,
Regardless
babies.
of the matter, I disagree with anybody that's dying, whether he's Jewish or
let's talk-
Muslim.
let me ask
whether
you about
October 7th
October
or whether it
7th.
was also Israel bombing. What's it called? It's not right. It's
When
not
you
right.
have-
Innocent people that are dying. Only the person should die. That the person that's holding a gun against another gun. That's all.
The truth is that what they did in October 7th is one of the most heinous of crimes that ever ever humanity has ever seen.
Because that's what they wanted to see.
And-
That's just a heinous time. There's also heinous crimes that Jewish people has done too.
the
And I
problem
don't agree
is-
upon anything should happen. That should be a revenge for that. But I hate that the system continues fooling people and hurting people in the name of any religion. I
Gentlemen,
disagree about
can I stop you guys for 1 second, very quickly? Going back to October 7th, I want to get both of your input on this, especially with Ben as well. Can we agree that October 7th was somewhat planned?
100%.
Can we agree that the IDF
Didn't show up. The IDF didn't show up. They didn't do anything about it. When people were calling in and saying, hey, there's terrorists over here, nobody came to rescue them. Yes.
But you don't think
100%
Mossad
it's a
was
setup.
You don't think Mossad was
100%.
aware of
Set
it?
up, set up.
100%. And some of the weapons that Hamas had were literally sold to Hamas by Israel.
There you go.
Okay? I'm not here to bullshit.
There's no need to
I'm not
bullshit.
here to bullshit. I'll
add
tell
to
you the
Maybe
truth.
you don't know all this too. I
But-
wanna add,
but
maybe
one
you do
thing-
know. Before Hamas was there was the PLO. You know who they
Mm-hmm.
are. Underneath Yasser Arafat.
Yes, Arafat, yes.
All right? Yasser Arafat, the PLO, was
a very evil
bombing,
guy.
bombing and fighting for the land that they're claiming that is their land. And Israel is taking advantage of this and blows it up more and takes more land. So Yasser Arafat said, you know what? This ain't working for us. You know what? Every time they bomb us, we're not going to attack. Because every time we attack back, they're going to use this as leverage to take more land from us. So what did Yasser Arafat do? He started taking them to the United Nations courts. Israel, the
You know how many
government-
times we met with Yasser Arafat
Hold on, but that's
to
the
come
truth.
to an agreement?
But that's.
Do you know that
whether
about
they came
8
to an
years
agreement or not?
You
I
know
just
that
wanna
8 years ago we
agree
gave
with
land
you on,
back to.
We don't want to go, but
to
at the end of the
Palestine.
day, that's what was going on. And then what did Israel, a retired general, do? He said, "These guys figured it out. They're smart, but we got to go about it in a different way." This is where what Hamas was created.
Are you leaving LA for Texas? Don't make the mistake of getting underinsured just to save a few bucks. A member with the Glen Arden Club, contact the Wise Nuts. We'll connect you to the boys at the Glen Arden, and you could become a member here. Smoke with the Wise Nuts, smoke with a great network, and build your network.
You know, everything
You know,
that happened right now
so-
in Palestine.
So that's why I tell
Everything
you,
that happened
it's
in
sad
Palestine
that
right
anybody that's dying, whether it's
Of
October
course.
7 or before that, it's sad what the governments are playing it out to be. You know,
The government
and
will
blowing it
always
up to be.
orchestrate things.
What is it?
The government will orchestrate things. They will orchestrate everything. You are nobody, I'm a nobody, they are nobody. They orchestrate everything that is happening in the world.
100%.
We're puppets.
Yeah, yeah.
You believe that you're here because it was your own idea. It was their idea. They sent you here. You got on their plane. You got in their car. You're walking around with their phone. They know exactly what you're talking about. If you say the name King Azulai in your house, I will show up on your feed. They are listening. We know that. For the people at home, if they don't know that, they should know that.
Yeah, your phones.
I'm just saying, at some point in time, you have to take all of these people that are radical, extremists, whatever you want to call them. I call them terrorists. The United Arab Emirates, everybody together has to come together and say it's the end of these people. Remove these terrorists, fight them, get rid of them, so we can all be
whether
at
they're
peace.
Muslim, whether they're Christians, whether they're whatever, in the
But
name of that, and clarify it. Yes,
anybody that is a terrorist, I say we need to eliminate them because people should not live in fear. That's what I'm saying. Now, unfortunately for you, every single terrorist that there was a Muslim.
You keep saying it was a Muslim. In what way?
I'm just letting you know.
That has
They
to just
say
go
I'm a
to-
Muslim.
That goes back against the Israel,
And that's why I say it's
concept
time
of
for
that.
Muslims that are the good Muslims like you to fight it back.
Fight who back?
The ones that are going crazy. The ones that
Everybody's
are
going
chopping
crazy.
off
Everybody
heads.
that is not
The ones that
believing in their
are
religion
coming
the
and
right way.
kidnapping Jewish people out of their own home, out of their bed, pulling out kids, suffocating kids with their hands, putting them into
That's
ovens
happening in
and killing
Israel,
them.
you're saying.
This happened in Israel,
This is not
yes.
happening in Lebanon. This is not happening in Dubai. This is happening with a,
But
with a
in
government
Syria,
and a
you have
government
them.
going at it.
But in Syria, you have them chopping off heads of Christians, and also in Lebanon, many times it happened. If you're a
Man,
Christian,
it's vice
that's why my
versa.
Lebanese friends
It's
are here.
vice versa.
Listen, I have a business partner. He's Lebanese, and I have his kids came here, and his whole family came here just because of that, because they are Christian and they don't want to be in danger just because they believe Jesus Christ. They believe Yeshua. They don't want to be in danger. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, Muslims are all over the world.
Correct.
Yeah,
It's about that
just-
time that you
Muslims
guys
are
take
all over.
responsibility and say, these are the bad people, we're going after them.
Responsibility
the end
for
of
who?
the
For
day-
Israel, that's what's happening in Israel?
No. All around the world.
What's
Anywhere
that?
that there's
Mankind
a
is all
terrorist,
over.
not just against
But
Jews. I'm talking about against also Christians.
You cannot just label terrorists as Muslims. You got to label terrorists has every kind of religion.
But
and
they
every
don't say
extremist.
anything else except
Because they don't
I'm
want you
Muslim.
to see it. They don't. They want to keep disguising Islam for that. This is not true.
Right now, Hamas is holding still 58 hostages. All of them are
Ben, how
innocent
many
people.
Israel's holding?
Hold
Come
on. No
stop.
hostages, terrorists. Terrorists. And you know what's
No,
crazy?
there's
Every
some-
time
there's
they
some
give us
because-
one.
No.
Wait,
Why
every time
they allow? Why they bombing
Wait, I'll tell
schools
you.
with people there? Because
But can
they
I
keep
tell you?
saying they're gonna grow up to be same thing.
Can I tell
there's
you
people
my
that-
part?
There's men in jails over there, women
Can
in
I
jails
tell
over there
you?
just because they opposed Israel or
No.
don't want them to do that.
This
There's
has never
raping.
happened.
It is. It's not happening because
You're
they don't want to
talking
show
some-
you it. They don't
you're
want to
talking
show
to
you it.
somebody who has been working with this for a very long time. I worked in counterterrorism for over a decade. I'm telling you, we
For
never
that
stopped
system,
anybody.
If
We
you
never
have,
stopped anybody.
If you have, it's for the system, so they want you
We-
to see whatever you want to see.
No, but anytime that I had to go get somebody, it was somebody who killed at least 3-4 people.
Okay, let's say that's true, but that's probably
least.
just your terror. There's so many innocent Palestinian people in the
Yes.
jails,
Yeah.
in the jails
No,
of
not in
Israel.
jail.
Wallah, yes, 100%. 100% because they think they're gonna grow up, or their father's there, or they went to a mosque that it's labeled as a Hamas mosque, and and they're just going in there to pray. There's a lot of things happening,
if
man.
a mosque
And
is
then-
labeled as Hamas mosque, we obviously need to go in and make sure that our people are going to be okay, because these people live in Israel. And that's why there's terrorist attack in Israel weekly. And
and
unfortunately,
how many terrorist attacks is happening in Palestine too?
unfortunately, the terrorists believe
How many with the power and the technology
terrorists
that Israel
believe
has?
that this life.
You don't think
I'm not saying that Israel. Listen, and I've said this before on the podcast. Israel knows exactly who's a terrorist. Israel could stop it, but Israel keeps it to keep everybody suppressed. Everybody suppressed. Nobody makes money in Israel except the top people. Everybody's poor. Everybody. You go to Israel, all the Israelis are poor. They all are dying to come to the US, to the American dream.
Yeah.
They're dying to. Why? Because they keep them suppressed.
And
You
they
have
don't-
to go to the military at 18, all the way to 21. Why? Because you have to protect your country in case there's
and
a
they
terrorist
silence
attack.
them too.
And
so
then they
don't
tell
see-
us you have
Yeah.
to, or else you go to jail.